Good day, fans. Alright, well, I'd say we could look both ways, but nope. Exit only, fellas. Over here, I want to show you, I forgot all about it. There used to be a baseball field that stood here where the patients would play some ball. Even doctors would too. Sometimes the doctors would play against patients. And I'm trying to see where. I think it stood right over here. And they demolished it. Now it's turned into Tiffany Field, which, believe it or not, is the soccer field. There's a sign that tells you. But this was the old ballpark here. And the patients would play ball here. Yeah, this was, yeah, okay. Right here. You could see right where where the spectators would normally sit. And this would be the field. That's where home plate was. This is where all of the baseball field was, and they later, I don't know when, but later they turned it into a soccer field. And that's that for this one. Again, doctors and patients would play against each other, sometimes play against one another. But this was all a baseball field. This was all this was the field that patients would play on. There's the flagpole. I think that's where the scoreboard stood, right there. And I know this because I saw this on a documentary, and guess what was right next to it? Was Building 93. And check this out, right? So that's the only thing we got still in operational, but anyway, one way. Yeah, this was a road. This was a road where the cars used to drive through here. Fellas, over by the water tower back that way used to be, I saw like old car tires. They were like white wall tires. And I said to myself, that's pretty cool. You know, they must have been off of a 1960s hearse car headed that way for, to drop off patients to be buried. And, you know, so on. Now, guys, across the way, we're going to get to it as we get in my car so I can cross over to show you. Or, I don't know, let's see. Let's see how I feel. If I can get across that without problems, maybe. But that building over there is York Hall. Oh, it's getting dark. I want to just make this quick. It's getting late now. I don't want to cross there. But we are anyway. We're going to do it by car. If I was in the city, it would be different. But I'm not in the city, so the hell with it. Right? Nothing to walk to out here. Other than that, you know, look, we got some cool places that still serve a purpose, despite not being in operational anymore. Those steps look like they're brand new, like they're the stairs. Not these, but these over here. They look like they were just built there for the soccer field. But anyway, let's just walk up these stairs. Let's get to my car. And these stairs, they must have been here for decades. Oh, shit. I'm getting old, fellas. Now, if you notice, there's some walkable tunnels. People still tunnel through these to, you know, to get inside these buildings if they can't make it inside the freaking bigger part of it. I'll bet you there was a building that stood here at one time. I don't know what or when it was demolished. I'd like to talk about that building over there. Anyway. Not today. As you were heading towards right where I told you about the fire department, it's right there. There's the old fire department there. There's Wisteria House right over there. There's building 93. Hello. How you doing? Alright fellas, we're gonna take a ride. I'm gonna put you on the platform there. It's hot. Well. Alright fellas, we are heading now towards Old Dock Road. We're going to cross over it. And we are going... I'm going to show you a couple of things that we've missed. First, we're going to pull off to the side of the road here, and I think I know what this building is. Right over there. You see it? That building there? That was like the administrator building. That's where the patients would kind of, well, families. This is where families of the patients went over to sign up to do some paperwork and get them signed up to come here. Now, the sad thing is, guys, the patients had families that really never visited them. You know, it's people came here and that was it. So let's continue on. Yeah, see that this is where they would get signed up pretty much to come here. And if you notice, there's some doctor housing. That house right there, a doctor lived there. Right there. I think I lived there once. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't live there. I actually went inside them once. All right, this is York Hall. This is where, this was the old theater. If I could pull off to the side of the road here so I can explain it better without getting into an accident. But this was the old theater, okay? People used to come here and like throw weddings and like plays would go on here. If you would like, on the other side of me is the greenhouse. In fact, I want to see if I can, there's got to be a way I can make it through there. But this was York Hall, guys. This is where the patients would come here too and do plays and, you know, it served a lot more purposes than the other buildings over there and over where we're headed. Anyway. Over there is the greenhouse. I think what we'll do is we'll park over here and we'll head towards it. Now there used to be an old church that stood here and they demolished it. It was part of the grounds, and then they demolished it to build this. I don't think this is even a freaking. I thought it was yeah. Holy shit! No, this is it's like a yacht club or something. I literally thought that this was a. That this was a venue. I guess it isn't. Anyway, an old church stood here. It was fenced off. Down that way, we'll head down that way next. Is the Veterans Unit and Home Tea. I'm not really sure what Home Tea was for, but the Veterans Unit is right in front of it. It's the one with the cupola on the top. I'll show it to you. It's actually an operational. People are actually using it. They're actually using it as a some kind of museum of some sort. I went in. That's how I was able to get inside it. Anyway, I'll show it to you in a little bit. Meantime, let's explore. Let's explore the greenhouse over here. So we can get this squared away. It's a big strip over here, but it's all dirt and everything, so you kind of have to be careful of any glass and, you know, anything you really don't want to step on. This was one of the places that the patients used to work. I went here with somebody a few times. And the greenhouse is over there, behind the trees. There's a car sitting there, relatively new. I don't know if somebody just left it there or what, but I don't care. I'll just take a short way. So, yep, over here, I think that was a shop at one time. Oh, look at that, we got deer having the time of their lives by the greenhouse. Maybe they want to explore it with us. Well, let's see. So, this is, I guess this is where you would enter. That's alright, I don't care. Here's the greenhouse over here. Patients would come here to stay occupied. They would come here to come to work over here. Practically patients that lived in these buildings over here that I showed you earlier. And there's yep. It's kind of cool over here, you know? Pretty nice. I'll admit it. The patients really did a good job here. Look at this. Wow. Look at the gazebo over there. Look at that. This is where the farmers would hire the patients to come help plant. They didn't really make a lot of money doing this, but, you know, they got paid something at least. Through that is doctor housing. Yep, look at that. Hey, you guys hiring in there? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yep. This thing says rent me. I wonder if... Yeah, I wonder if that's being rented out. I'm not even sure. Yeah, do not enter. Well, this is where you would enter to get to work. Right here. This is where the boss would sit, right in there. The manager of the freaking greenhouse here. Right? And I believe this building here, this was probably a shop at one time. Patients would come and I guess work on boats and cars and all sorts of shit. That have engines built onto them. Over there, you can see it. Walk up those steps. Let's see what's playing there, huh? Hey, I hope Beauty and the Beast is playing there. I want to see that again. That was so fun. My favorite actress is in that. I tell you, every time I think about it, makes me cry tears. Let me tell you, my favorite actress is in that movie. I don't know. Yeah, this was definitely a shop. You can tell it was a jurisdiction. Patients, I think, worked here, and other people did. Alright, we got some muscle cars here. What's up here? What are they on for, a race or something? Because I'm not in a mood for a race. I don't race cars. I collect them. I collect cars, but I don't, well, classic ones, but not, I don't race them if that's what they're here for. No, not me, Pops. Talk about Mustangs and Chargers and all this nonsense. Nope. I got my luxury car right here. And it's used only for, well, ice road driving and mainly defensive driving purposes. But this is my car. I'll show you my other one at the car show I'm going to put on this year. And guys, while we're at it, we are going to head towards the Veterans Unit. Let's get this show off the hook, shall we? Now this is Old Nessacog State Park. Here. This is Old Nessacog State Park. Doctors would park their boats here. You know? They would all park their boats here, and you know, now you got others who do it. And now this is the Veterans Unit right over here, folks. Listen, it's actually, in today's world, it's, believe it or not, to be a museum. In fact, let me see if I can get over there so I can show you both buildings at once. It's, Yeah, this is the veterans unit. This is the old veterans unit. That building, I have no idea what it is. There's buildings over there. I have no idea what they are. But I'm gonna try and get over there so I can show you what the buildings are. Now, again, there was a time when this was inoperational. People used to, there used to be like a boat rally over here. But I'm gonna come right here, and I'm gonna show you that see that building right here, that was Home Tea. There's a guy, if you want, I can make connections. I can't make connections in person, but I can do it through a documentary on my Fire Stick. I'll show you. But this guy, he was a World War II veteran. He worked at the hospital, so he would know. I'll make connections so you can see. What you can see for yourselves what this building was. Okay. Now, this is the veterans unit. The veterans unit would come with, this is a lot of patients that served in the war with that had PTSD that came here. They used to come here and get treated for PTSD. So we're gonna go back the other way, since this is one way over here. We're gonna go back to the veterans unit. This is the veterans unit right here. Patients would come here and, PTSD. Really, nobody explained this. I can only tell you what I know of it. But this is all of the last part of the grounds, practically. People used to kayak on this lake over here. And over there, too. It's all abandoned, so you really can't anymore. Anyway,